I was drafted by the Detroit Lions. So I played with the Detroit Lions for 4 years. And that in itself was an amazing experience. And being in that world and playing at that high level of football, I know now the importance of the mental aspect of the game. Playing at that level, it was all mental, right? Everyone was fast, everyone was strong, everyone was big, but the ones that made it and the ones that stuck around were the ones who could mentally sustain all the pressures that were put on you playing at such a high level, right? Which that's probably one of the highest levels you could play at. I preach to all of my football players, no matter what level they're at, no matter what gender you are, the game of football is 70% mental. And everyone, they get caught up focusing on the 30%, which is getting faster, getting stronger. I want to get bigger, I want to weigh more. And that's all fine and dandy, but if you're talking about an investment into yourself, and you know that the majority of what you're putting into this investment, 70% of it is mental, then I would probably want to put a lot of my energy towards that percentage. The physical side will eventually go, but the mental part of it, you can take that with you for the rest of your life. And one of my NFL coaches, my rookie year, that's how he described the game of football was controlled chaos. And if you can kind of be comfortable within that chaotic, that chaos, and find your inner zen, and then that way you can, really see what you need to see and focus on what you need to focus on. If I'm a quarterback, I have to, number one, get to the line of scrimmage. I have to make sure all of my guys are aligned correctly. Have to remember the play, right? And now I have to look at the defense and have to see where everyone is, and have to see how does this play fit into what they're in right now. And if this play doesn't fit, then I have to now communicate, change someone's route, make sure that they run the right route, track that person while looking at all the other objects that are moving as well. And now I have to kind of figure out how can I get this ball to this person at that time before it gets to this person, right? So I've just tracked 9 different objects in a matter of 8 seconds, if that long, right? That's 8 seconds is a pretty long play. The average play lasts, they say, about 6.5 seconds maybe. And one of the things that my head coach in Detroit, Rob Marinelli, my rookie year, he would always tell us, see a little, see a lot, right? And we were rookies, so the game was so fast, everything was moving so quickly that we would always just, be out of place sometimes or whatever, just because it was moving so fast. And one of the things he would say was, see a little, see a lot. And what that means is, if your focus and your attention and detail is on what you need to be focusing on, then you're going to see everything you need to see if you just focus on what you need to focus on. If you're an athlete and you're playing a sport and you care about winning and losing or your performance, you should do this, because you should do this before you start weight training, right? There's an age limit to weight train, because there's a chance of you harming yourself. There's no harm, no foul in this. It's only going to benefit you. But when you talk about sports science and the whole mental component behind that whole 70-30 that I talked about, if you focus more on that 70%, which is mental, I think you're going to, build more healthier overall athletes that can be, reach their full potential. I would recommend NeuroTracker to every one of my athletes, even if they aren't my athletes. Anyone out there, if you're looking to, improve your mental performance, which is most important when it comes to any sport, then 100% NeuroTracker is the way to go.